fellow female activists. We're back for the countdown. So we are again, okay, you can see by what you're seeing here. Hello. You are learning about this wonderful article. Okay, so yesterday was part one. We are now in part two. And we are learning again what this article is all about. It was phenomenal by Kelly Jensen, and it's 56 small tasks to be proactive against book censorship in 2025 and beyond. So again, the whole article link will be in my description. But what I wanted to do and what I started to do in part one is I went ahead and read the article and then I broke down what I thought would be maybe probably, in my view, easier tasks, meaning like I broke it into 4 columns, okay? And those columns were, oh, by the way, Cathy is here, fellow female activist and your wellness coach. So, what I decided on was I broke it into 4 columns of how to basically make these more bite-sized, okay, tasks. I chose free, okay, a column for free, which we went over yesterday. That was all we did. And then I had money involved, okay, so some type of coinage that you'd have to get rid of to participate. And then I had also time involved, okay. That's going to be the longest one today. And then organizing. Well, in actuality, all of this is organizing, but just on a very, very, very small level, right? Like, and I don't mean small and not useful, but just on a very small scale. We don't have massive amounts of people, right? Because that could be kind of scary right now. More to the point, this is for those of us, okay, that are trying to conserve energy as much as we can as fellow female activists and make sure that we are still doing what we can. Okay. We're in the middle of a coup. The United States is in a coup. And what we want to do collectively is massively take small steps to make sure that we do not let happen what's happening right now. We still have the senators, the Congress people working hard, but we get to help them in every shape, in every way we can. And so that means that we fight in small little bits in our communities, okay? So again, this article, read it on your own, but what I'm doing is I'm taking it and breaking it up to what I believe will be a little bit easier for you to stomach so that you'll take action, okay? So I'm gonna stop sharing because you don't need to see, which is right here, the actual columns that I was talking about, the sheet. So again, yesterday we talked about, once again, all the free tasks that I felt were free, meaning that it wouldn't take much of anything. It could take some time, but it wouldn't take you out of your personal space, okay? Today, we continue, and this is the end of our series, but we are going to talk about, again, the columns that involve money, okay, and then time involved, and what I would consider considerable time, okay? Physically moving somewhere, getting somewhere, okay? So the first column, or well, I should say the one and only in the column of money involved, in my view, was this one. So the only one in the money involved column. Donate to or amplify a request from an educator seeking to add banned books to their classroom. Oh yeah. Go to donorschoose.org, and search the request using terms like banned books or specific book titles that are frequent ban targets, such as the Hate You Give or Flamer. Okay. So the Hate You Give is one book, or the Flamer. Okay. So again, that was the only one that I figured would actually cause you to take money, okay, whether that's physically or online, to spend. Okay. It's a very simple one actually, and it's one that makes a huge difference. So right now, you know, if you're willing to separate from any coinage, that would be a great way to do so. All right. So that was it for the money involved. Now we're moving simply to the time involved. Okay. So we have about, I believe it's like 20. Okay. And that would take up all 56, right? Because we went through 30 yesterday, and now we're going through, again, the 20 left. And there's 56, so actually there's got to be at least, I think it was 31 yesterday. And then anyway, either way, I am going through all of 56, all right? So time involved. All right. This is the column now, and it's all just about time involved. All right. So it may be free in the fact that you're not necessarily spending money, but you are going to spend coinage, right? Getting to and from somewhere if you have a vehicle, right? So time involved. Time involved number 1. Okay. Add your state and US legislators to speed dial so you can call them daily if necessary. I have been doing this myself, okay? Yes, my state and US legislators are now on speed dial on my phone, and I'm calling them daily, right? It's time involved, right? Because you have to go find their number and then you have to, copy, paste, all this stuff. So time involved. And it's not time that you would otherwise want to spend. So there's a difference. The free column, and this is one of the main distinctions, is the free column was not going to take you much of any time other than just a little brain power, okay? And getting involved in something that probably feels pretty awesome, right? Writing a letter to the librarians or, complimenting the school board, so forth and so on. That would make you feel good. Having to go to your state legislator's website or the US legislators isn't going to be fun. Okay. Right now, we're really pissed at everyone, right? But again, something we can do, and it's not going to take too much time, but it is going to take time. All right. So again, time involved, number 1 tip, add your state and US legislators to speed dial so that you can call them daily if necessary, which I've been doing. All right. Number 2, time involved. Vote in all local, county, state, and federal elections. This goes without saying. Again, I'm preaching to the choir, right? We're all activists. We've been voting probably forever. And this is something to remind others who are not as avid voters, okay? So time involved, task number 2 is vote in all local, county, and state and federal elections, okay? And I'm going to have to be careful because now the numbers are off. So this is hopefully number 3. Time involved tip number 3. Be educated on running candidates and if they're pro-library and pro-public education. Okay, that's pretty simple. Number 4, I believe, 4. I'm going to run out of fingers. Number 4, time involved tip. Talk to your family, friends, and anyone else, okay, about voting those same people's values or your opinions. Meaning, once you've looked up, okay, those people that are running in those elections, then talk to your friends and family, right, about why you're voting for these people, okay? Again, we are working really hard right now just to keep democracy running, if at all. And we also get to change hearts and minds in the process. And I know that we can do it. All right, number 5, I believe. Okay, for the time involved tip, learn about the most rampant censorship issues in America. Okay, and they reference prison censorship. Okay, so when you get the time, again, that could probably take a while, but learn about the most rampant censorship issue in America, which is prison censorship. Okay, number 6, I believe. Time involved tip is set up your 5 calls account and select any all censorship and library related issues to have your voice heard on via this easy to use app. So you can use the 5 calls app, okay? And again, the article actually has the link, but set up the 5 calls account, which is free, and then you can start obviously using that platform to then reach out when necessary to get your voice out there. Okay, so that's a really cool tip right there. Again, takes time though, right? Time involved number 7. Spend, 10 minutes every month reading through the previous month's public school and public library board meetings. Who wants to do that, right? But this is a way to resist and to, again, not to capitulate. Then spend 10 minutes reading through the documents for the upcoming meeting, including the board packet. This is where you will see FOIA requests that have come in, letters that have come in, and so forth. So getting immersed, in your community. Again, not the funnest task, but if you're up to it, why not? All right, time involved task number 8. Familiarize yourself with the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, especially the First Amendment. Oh, I'm sorry. Familiarize yourself with the Bill of Rights of the Constitution, especially the First Amendment, okay, and the 10th Amendment. Learn what it means, learn what they mean, when it applies, and some of the most well-known Supreme Court rulings predicated upon these freedoms, okay? Then do the same for the 14th Amendment, and there are a lot of great resources out there. Right now, the National Archives website still has those founding documents, so I would suggest right now, download them, both the original PDFs that show the pictures of them, and then also the transcript, because gosh, you never know when it's probably going to be burned up, right? So we want to get that done. Time involved number 9 task. Pick one friend or more with whom to attend a school board meeting. Okay, again, time involved, right? You physically have to do something. Sign up for public comment and share one thing you think is being done well at your public school. If you know there's something contentious happening in the school related to books or the library, make that the meeting you attend, okay? So there's a resource you can use Show Up, Stand Up, Speak Up Canvas to help you, I guess, formulate that or, get more involved in that case. But again, time involved, right? This is something where you would be front facing, okay? If you feel comfortable and you have people who want to go with you, go for it. Time involved number 10 task. Pick one friend or more with whom to attend a village, town, city, or county board council meeting with. These governing bodies are often responsible for appointing or approving members of library boards, as well as providing oversight of library budgets. Sign up for public comment and share one thing you think is being done well at your library, okay, at your public library. If you know there is something contentious happening in your public library, choose that meeting to attend. Okay, and then again, they give the same type of resource. But again, you see what's happening here. You hit local, right? Your little bubble community. And then if you're feeling courageous, then you go a little bit further. And then you go a little bit further, all right? This all matters. And it matters even more on the local level. So many states were overtaken by GOP simply because they infiltrated, okay, like quite literally infiltrated everything to do with local type governments and counties and so forth and so on. All right, time involved task number 11. Read This Book Won't Burn by Samira Ahmed. I probably said that wrong. So read the book, This Book Won't Burn by Samira Ahmed, Samira, Samira, and Ahmed, Ahmed, Sorry if I got their name wrong. So again, time involved, right? You can't read a book usually in like one day unless it's really small or short, I should say. Time involved task number 12. Read They Came for the Schools by Mike Hexenbaugh, Hixenbaugh, Okay. Again, reading takes time. Even if you're listening to it as an ebook, or I should say on audio, and or reading it on, an ebook, again, it takes time. So again, just be very mindful of that. Okay. Number 13, time involved tasks. Attend an in-person or online event about banned books. Okay. Great places to find these are at your local library for in-person or through places like Authors Against Book Bans, PEN, PEN, PEN America, Every Library, and the Author Guild for online offerings. So all of these were linked to. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Time involved task number 15. Read That Librarian by Amanda Jones. Okay. Again, reading takes time. So you can obviously find the book for free at the library, but you're going to get to use the time. Time involved number 15. I think I said that right. Learn what the Miller test is and how it was established. Okay. Again, it takes time. Time involved number 16. Understand the ways book banning is connected to bigger political issues, including growing fascism, through John Norcross's 2022 guide, Rage Inside the Machine. It is still relevant 3 years later, and there's a link to it. Okay, so again, time, because you're gonna have to read something. Time involved number 17 task. Spend an hour or more learning about news literacy from the News Literacy Project. Okay, and you can get the link from the article. Time involved task number 18. Read What the Fact? Finding the Truth in All the Noise by Seema Yasmin. Okay, Seema, S-E-E-M-A, Yasmin, Y-A-S-M-I-N. So again, reading. If you don't usually read, you might be slow at it at first. So again, however you can do that. Time involved task number 19. Pick one thing that you've been wanting to do to support libraries, public schools, or ban books you have not yet done. This could be starting conversations with fellow library lovers, okay, to create an anti-book ban group in your area. How cool would that be? It could be launching a ban book club locally and finally finding a space, date, and time to host it. All right. This could be joining an already established banned books club, like the one hosted by the New York Public Library. So again, you don't need to necessarily make and start something new. Collectively, you can find something that's already in place and then just go gangbusters on it. Time involved task number 20. Visit your local public school library during back to school nights, open house nights, or other special events. You can go to these whether you have a student in the school or not. Say hello to the library workers and compliment them on a job well done. Let me tell you, librarians are the coolest people, all right? They are so knowledgeable. I mean, it's mind-blowing how much they know, but they're also so very, just like wholeheartedly, they usually are very friendly people, right? Even the more like demure ones or the ones that are less like maybe extroverted, they honestly love what they do and they want to share that knowledge. Okay, time involved task number 21. Read Band Together, Our Fight for Readers' Rights. Edited by Ashley Hope Perez. This anthology hit shelves on March 4th, 2025. So it's actually something that's coming up. Okay, it's not here yet. Time involved, task number 22. Get to know some of the youth-led groups doing anti-censorship work throughout the country and support them by sharing their stories or work with you with your own social networks, okay? Among the groups you may want to research include Diversity Awareness Youth Literacy Organization, DAYLO, and their Youth Advocacy Guide. Students engaged in advocacy in Texas, okay, SEAT, or Golden State Readers, the Freedom to Read Teen Ambassadors, and Students Protecting Education. Again, all those are linked in the article. And then finally, this is going to be short, is the time involved number 23, is ask your librarian if they have had any local book banning attempts. Okay, listen to them and get informed about what is happening locally. If your library is not forthcoming about challenges or ban attempts, while rare, there are library workers who agree with book bans and censorship and or who do not want to share the public information. All right, so you can file a Freedom of Information request. Yeah, there are those who would want to stop any freedom, right? If it does not align with what they believe. And so we must fight. Unfortunately, even those who work in a library setting may have the same draconian ideas that are trying to take away democracy right now. So it's imperative that wherever you want to land, okay, on the level of engagement, utilize this part 1 and 2 series to help you decide how can I get involved and know that it's going to count. Believe me, every single task, every time you take any type of action, it matters because it's going to shift that saboteur energy that we all have. Like we feel it, like we are scared. We are in the middle of a coup. All right. The United States democracy could end. And there are more of us who want to keep it than want to get rid of it. And so it's up to us to have the energy, the mindfulness, and the courage to stand up. And again, you don't have to be out there physically. You can simply take again, the free advice from the yesterday's topics or tasks or any of these today, and you can do what's going to make you feel safe, for one, but two, like you've accomplished something. It doesn't take a lot to make a big difference. I assure you, any librarian is going to be head over heels if you tell them thank you for any reason. All right. So with that, again, this was coming to you. I have very set playlists, but I thought that this was really super important and it's a wonderful way to get people involved who otherwise may not know how to start, right? Not all of us want to get out and protest physically. A lot of us are scared to talk with our, people out around us. But if we start small, just know that the effort is not small, which means the task is going to mean something. Okay. So drop any comments below. Hopefully this has been very helpful, and definitely read the actual article and then take a task, right? And just go all in on it. Okay. I know it's going to be helpful. Until next time, take care, take charge. God bless.